Hello, Pierre.
Bonjour.
You've been through some kind of an experimentation with life.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit more about what you've been through this winter?
Well, this winter I had the COVID. I was in intensive and then in a coma, and I was completely out for those time. But I would say I had some spiritual experiences while I was in a coma. I was very conscious on the other side. I knew it was. I was, and conscious means that I was. It's not a trance. It's not a dream. It was an active communication with people on the other side, including spiritual beings, which is the second part. Because many years ago I had another meeting with some of these beings who explained to me the science of electrons and the structure of identity of your soul. That was the first part. This part here, they had a message for me. But for people listening, I would like to say that there is a life after this. People don't realize that when they leave their body, it's not over. I mean, and if they would give me 2 years of their life, I could prove it to them. You can prove it. It's very easy. It's just that people are busy with their life, so they don't. They don't spend time with an inner life discovering what is beyond the body. The soul has a structure of identity. And when you're conscious from a point of somewhere, you know. We didn't create that consciousness. And so you do it to the chakra, to the aura. Some people see chakra, some people see the aura. But now we live in the time where we have to go beyond theory and go with the experimented in yourself. Now, the first many years ago, I had this experience, and they showed me, they explained me the electrons and everything, how it flows, and it was marvelous. But after that was finished, I was conscious the whole time. It was not a dream, and it was an exchange of scientific spirituality, you can say. But I could see after that. I went out, and I could see people. I could see the aura, and it helped me to bring them on the spiritual path, on the real spiritual path.
When you said them, who?
Yeah. Oh, a lot of people, all over Canada, America, Norway when I came here, Europe. Everybody I met through my Qigong, because I could see them, like Pierre Marleau, a French guy, and then and many other. I'm not going to name names necessarily here, but I could see their potential. I could see what they had to do. Right here in Norway, there was a guy that was geared towards politics. The other one was geared towards this and that. But it was a lot of people, and I could see it very clearly. That was my job. They gave me that responsibility through the Qigong to have a deeper explanation and draw those people with solid thing to draw them into an inner life. I'm not drawing to me. You try to draw these people because some people are a bit more evolved spiritually. That's how it is. And so those are attracted more to discovering more about what this is all about, especially if it's solid, because the religion have failed completely to give a taste of the inner life. It doesn't work. And so they should have. There's some good points in the religion, but not in the people who manage it. So the spiritual beings are very practical. And
So that Coma experiment gave you like a second level of teachings that you could share with us now?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like going back to school.
It's going back to school, but it's about teaching the principles so that people can test it for themselves. This is not, or we're not organizing a group again like before. You give the information and you do it now. I mean, God created you. You have to make the way back yourself through your consciousness. And a good example, if you're too busy playing football and you've trained physically, all your awareness is on the body. You forget there's something else. That's why, like what you're doing with your trade, you're really putting a lot of your heart into it. It's a transcendental activity, actually. And most people, they can't see that. They just think, oh, you just... So that's what my strength now is, that I can see that. And from what they gave me this time...
Could you be precise?
Well, when I was up there, they made me see three things. One is, they call it the astral world. The astral is where, when you die and you've been a bad boy, you're stuck vibrationally in a field of energy, and you can't get out of that. You need somebody to pray for you, or you need to get out if you have good karma, etc. Or you have to reincarnate and build yourself up again. It has to do with vibration. Your soul is a vibratory tool, which you use to contact your, whatever you might call God or the universe. For me, that's too far. We do it through spiritual beings, or through discovering the sea of light that surrounds us. And you do it through your work. Some other people do through their work, and then they move anyway. They move in that direction. Most people don't do that. They're busy with their life. They suffer. They create karma. They drink. We have bad habits and whatever the thing. So when I was up there, the first part they made me show that part, which was difficult. It's the astral is not as easy as people think. When you're stuck there, you're stuck. It's like you need the light. The light is like oxygen. If you don't have that, then you have to wait to reincarnate and have another chance, and then you say, wow, this time I'm going to really, The second part, they made me in contact with two Chinese doctors. And they were not in that energy. They were in the part where they went beyond that, but they had to do some good in order to continue forward. So they were like a restitution, balancing place. I had a good conversation. I was very active with both of them for quite a while. And I recognized them. I knew them very well. And at one point we could draw their picture. So I was busy with them for a while. And then the third part, I was with the spiritual beings themselves. You could see the light. It's just like snow on a mountain and radiating light. It's white and it's beautiful, but you could see the identity. You see them. If we die, I'll know that it's you there and not Edith or somebody else. We know the identity of the people through their vibrational energy and your structure of identity. We know that. So that's how we... So the first thing they told me that the next phase on the planet now, because there's some bad things happening all over, it will have to be from the heart of the people. The people will have to develop the magnet of their heart radiation. The heart is a very powerful magnet, and there's a lot of love, there's a lot of healing coming in there. So people will have to, and they showed me a lot of people who are already at that there. And you could see through their job, they did something with their life. And those people, they already have that in themselves. Other people, they don't have that. And so the responsibility is to develop an inner life, concentrate on the heart, and that I could teach later for those who want to do it. And once it's activated, it's like a magnet. It draws more light of God, and they advance more. But the purpose that they said for that is these people have to unite now. If you want to be to limit the evil that's going on the planet, and those people are planning, just look at the countries, it's in chaos, and they're planning to get rid of a lot of people on the planet, and then more and more and more, all the details, people can read about that. But the only way to counter that is to develop the heart flame. And we have to, it doesn't matter if you're a Buddhist, a Muslim, or any group, we have to leave the group aside now. You can keep it if you want to, but develop the heart. And we come together through the heart.
But did you receive some tools?
Yes, I have some tools to do that too.
They get them to you?
Yeah, they give me the tools to do, but that I would like to do if this it becomes popular, and I know that's my next phase for me. I'm going to meet people personally in a group or a workshop,
one by one.
and I will do but in a group it can be a lecture, and I will do that. I will show them because I need to talk to them. I need to see them, and I need to tell them exactly what to do. It's very easy and it's very efficient. and I have some people on it already, and their life has changed completely.
But in the coma, were you feeling yourself or as someone
No,
different?
I'm myself. No.
Like
You're always yourself.
you knew it was you.
Oh, absolutely. It's so clear. It's me. The only thing I says, wow, I'm a witness to this. I'm there. They're showing me things. It's like, wow, okay. I like to learn. And if they gave me that also as a tool for me because many years ago they gave me another part. And it's connected to that because I don't know why they chose me. They don't look at the people. They don't wait for people to be perfect. They look at the talent that you have and they use that. You can use. It will take him to do that. And so that's what I do. I had the Qigong where I was meditating, I was going deep, so that was good for them probably. And from there, that's when everything happened for me, all the Qigong workshop. Everybody that came to my workshop, they were touched by it, all over the world.
Yeah, I remember you touched my head and
Yeah,
I felt completely different after.
that was very special. That was very special. And so,
Yeah, because it was completely unexpected.
yes, and you're at that point of consciousness too. That it's interesting.
Then I can receive.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's going to come into your life at one point, etc. But now it's like we have to stand together. And this, they told me that you'll see more now, groups, people, they're going to start coming together through the heart. They'll develop project. They'll see that, the demonstration is nice, but it doesn't go anywhere. They'll crush you, they'll put you. But if the people stand with their heart and they get together, wow. And he said you'll start to see that more and more. So they showed me the people, they showed me the radiation. I said, well, yeah, of course. I knew these people and I knew other people I didn't know, and they have this too, that we don't know what. But the puzzle will come together because of the radiation. It's a magnet. It's electric. It attracts together. And so it was very interesting. And then they said, just before closing, they said that now God's time is here. They told me that repeatedly. God's time is here. It's going to be His time now. So more and more people are going to develop a spiritual interest so that whatever we call God or the energy or the intelligence or whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. It's hard to define God in this huge thing, but it's going to come in people's lives more. And very interesting. That was in February. And just a few weeks ago, in America, they stopped the abortion law. The abortion law for them, for the spiritual beings, was horrible. Because the abortion prevents people from reincarnating and doing what they're supposed to do. They're stopping that. It was horrible. So they stopped that. So right away, you see, God's time has come. It has come for that. They stopped the abortion to give the people a chance, the souls who are there, to reincarnate and do their thing. Like us, if we were aborted, we couldn't be here doing our stuff. We need to be with the people, our friends, our family, and whatever. So they showed me that. That part was interesting. And then you see with the abortion law in America, it's a start. It was a landmark, and it's the start that God will come slowly into people's lives.
Interesting.
But God, it doesn't mean the God that we learn in the religion. Oh, God, and now. It's too far. I mean, people, they don't relate to that, I understand. Oh, no, spiritual is much more exciting. That's why Qigong is a spiritual tool. Why? Because first you get to feel the flow of light with his electrons, which is Qi. And then you get to see, and then you know there's a connection with something outside the body. We're more than just that. And then you just evolve with that. You can't control it. You can't tell people how like the religion.
Could you write?
Yeah. Huh?
Could you write this as a?
I started already.
As a lesson, or?
I'm writing a book on it, and it's almost finished.
Okay.
Yeah, that is almost finished, and Mickey Klaus, he draw the picture.
Okay.
When this happened, I was with people. He draw.
So we soon could read a book about what you've been through.
That's right. Many years ago, and this one.
Okay.
Both, so that people get an idea. Plus the teaching. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there. It's all related. You see what is harmony, what is love, what is purity, what is developing in your life, etc., etc., etc.
How many years you have of experimentation in your domain?
50.
Yeah. Okay.
50 years. Yeah. That was my choice. I was early on. I had this desire. I was deeply spiritual, maybe because of my mother. I don't know, but I was a young, and I was drawn to the church. I loved sitting in church. I didn't like the religion, the Catholic and blah 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 blah. But I like to sit there and look at the stuff and
Be in the harmony.
yes, exactly. Be in the harmony of the energy, and then I had some karma too with people. I went in the martial arts, which was my gang from my past life, because I wasn't that too in my past life. I was a Chinese Tai Chi master, and so I had to go through that. And you have to. You're not a choir boy, but just to show that God, the spiritual beings or whatever God, He doesn't discriminate. If you have something and you're sincere, He'll use you, no matter what. And so I remember being that. I finished that, and then I went to the Tai Chi because I was yearning for an inner life. When the Tai Chi was not there, I went to the martial art because I was still looking for the inner life, but through martial art. Not to sport. And so when I did the Tai Chi Qigong, then I really dove into to give you a good example, I was so determined. I was working at the government, so I had a shower. I sat in the shower in a cushion, and I said, I made myself comfortable, and I said, I will stay here until something happens. I'm not going to move. I was there for 7 hours. And 7 hours after that, I went out of my body. I went moving, and I said, wow. I went through a wall, a cement wall, and I remember the feeling was very wet. It's like a yucky feeling. And then I went out of that, out of my office, and then I saw everything there. So I said, okay, if this is true, I'm going to take some notes to see if that is there and everything. And then I slowly came back, and there was a carpet on my office too. It was like a forest. When I was on the carpet, it was like a forest. It was walking in the forest. And I came back to the body and slow come back after how many hours. And then I said, I was excited. I said, now I'm going to go out of my office and check if everything I saw is exactly there. Otherwise, it's just a dream. So I went out, and sure enough, everything was perfectly where it should be. Things that should not have been there, and they were there. I said, wow. Now, that's my first experience.
Okay.
Yeah. And
So Coma is a good travel?
Coma is a good travel. People who are in coma, I'm sure there's stories about people who went to coma and they saw something, because we're not dead. It's your awareness, your consciousness that it just separates from the body while it's being healed, and then you have to go where you're called to go.
Could you see yourself from above?
No.
No, you didn't have this kind of experiment.
No.
Okay.
No. Every time this happened, I was like the first part many years ago. I was with the master that was there. We went together. We accompanied. I was totally focused, like we talk now. He was there, and we moved together. And then they don't talk. They just infuse.
Yeah, feel exchange together.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I pick up the information, and they make me see that. They make me understand that. And then it went on quite long, the first part. It was very fascinating. This part here was 1/3 of the other two I told you about. And then same thing, it was amazing. The exchanging, they tell you things, they explain you. A lot of love in that, in the explanations. I just wonder, well, wow. Again, I'm wondering, why me? I'm not perfect. Why am I? But you can't, so you don't look from above. It's you're in the action. You're in the communication. You have to be aware and keep the communication. He's projecting an information from his heart. You have to be there. I can't be somewhere else. And do something. No. Give him the attention. And they're. How can you describe these people? They're tremendously humble, loving, smart, but you can't separate those qualities. They're all this together, and you can't separate patience from love, from creativity, from information, from wisdom. It's all a ball of, and they're just there in their simple beauty.
And the only possibility you have is to listen without thinking.
That's right.
The less thinking, the better receive.
Absolutely. You just receive the understanding, and then after that, you just have to see how that will impact your life.
Yeah.
You see, so me, I knew it before because the first part, the second part, I know what's coming. I'm going to do it when now I'm rehabilitating. It's going quite fast, which is interesting because all the doctors that were there, they can't believe how fast I came out of the coma.
But do you think the fact that we've been praying for you for
Yes.
all the group that we did together,
Absolutely.
praying for you every day, and
That's the first thing I felt when I came out of the coma. I felt that, exactly that. And I said, wow. Because of that, I said, wow, I have a chance of healing faster. And I had, maybe I had to die. I didn't die because of that, but I felt the prayer. That's the first thing when I opened my eyes. First thing I felt. The tremendous
I'm surrounded
attention.
by all those souls.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I knew all of them. I knew all of them. I knew it.
I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we are, because you are guiding us in some ways.
Well, I don't know. I'm just doing my thing. Other
I know,
people
but
do
it's
their thing. Like I said, God is not they're practical. If you're open to something, they'll come and touch you. And now that we're living in that time now, it's God's time has come. That means people will be touched. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen for individually. I know that they give me something. I have to move with that, and I moved. I know what I have to do, and I'm going to do it. And so I'm just doing it. That's it. Until my next time, I'll probably go on the other side.
Yep.
I had an opportunity, but so we have to do the best while we're here, and then connect with people basically.
I want to thank you for this transmission. I'm glad you gave me this opportunity to listen to you.
Well, you're very kind, and you're sitting on gold. If you don't realize it, you probably know it already.
Yeah, I know it, yeah.
Yeah, you know it a
But
little
I
bit.
thought I feel like I'm a bridge, because I will send this talking of you to all our friends,
Yeah.
and I'm almost like crying, because I'm really glad. Thank you, Pierre.
Well, you're welcome. The future is exciting.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.